First tonight, the Chancellor Philip Hammond has announced a £90 million cash injection for this region. The move to boost our economy has been widely welcomed. It's predicted that thousands of jobs could be created.
The money will go on a variety of projects, including regenerating Derby city centre, creating a space park in Leicester, improving road links around Loughborough and improving town centres in Nottinghamshire.
Well, in a moment we'll have local reaction to the news. First though, Sarah Teal looks at exactly where the money's going to be going.
Thank you. Well, the Chancellor's visit to the Midlands today may have been overshadowed by the uproar over national insurance and broken manifestos, but Philip Hammond was here to shine the spotlight on a £390 million investment into the Midlands engine. Equivalent to the Northern Powerhouse, it's the government's plan for boosting economic growth in the region. From that pot, the East Midlands will receive £90 million.
Well, I'll tell you the good news. I used to live in Nottingham, so when I talk about the Midlands, I don't just think about the West Midlands. I know that the East Midlands is a powerhouse of small business. Across the East Midlands, Nottingham, Leicester, huge centres of successful entrepreneurial small businesses, and we're backing them all the way.
The cash is being spread right across the region. One of the biggest spends, almost £13 million, will go towards developing a space park in Leicester, which will become a national hub for research and learning. And £12 million will be spent on improving roads around Loughborough, including the A512 and the M1 Junction 23. That will unlock land for 4,000 new homes. Derby is set to receive more than £11 million to regenerate the city centre and fund a replacement performance venue for the assembly rooms. And £2 million has been allocated towards a new museum and attraction at Derwent Valley Mills World Heritage Centre. In Nottinghamshire, some £8 million is going towards regenerating town centres and redeveloping Nottingham Castle. And £10 million is being spent on refurbishing the Broadmarsh car park and bus station. While those are the headline figures, many more millions are being pumped into other projects around the region. Quentin Rayner has spent the day gathering reaction to today's announcements.
Sherwood Forest's heroes became legends by handing out bounty to the needy. This afternoon, the local growth minister was walking in the outlaw's footsteps with £63 million in his back pocket to boost growth in Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire. £500,000 of that is going to help build a new visitors centre in the forest. The bulk will go towards regenerating sites across the two counties.
Big vote of confidence in Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire. It'll help us create something over 6,500 jobs, £150 million of the private investment, over 600 homes and 2,000 learners. Couldn't be better than that.
I think that's a good result for our local enterprise partnership. It's one of the biggest allocations in the country, and I think that demonstrates that the government have got confidence that we can deliver the jobs and the growth that they want.
The East Midlands slice is only a quarter of the overall growth fund for the Midlands. But the minister doesn't swallow the idea this side of the region is the poor relation.
The idea that government goes around picking winners between different regions of the country is a nonsense. Of course we're investing in the East Midlands, as we're investing in the West Midlands, as we're investing in Yorkshire and the Humber and the North West, because we're absolutely genuine when we say we want to create an economy that does work for everybody.
His colleague, the Minister for the Midlands Engine, came bearing gifts for Leicester and Leicestershire. Marcus Jones said space technology, with Leicester at its hub, was crucial to the UK's growth, so there was £1 million for an extension at the National Space Centre and £13 million for a space park in the city. Another £12 million is available for road improvements around Junction 23 of the M1.
We had the launch of the enterprise zones just last month. Now it's backed up with some real substantial funding today. It's £26 million. So yeah, a really significant day because we've got some money to put behind things.
Sherwood Forest's new centre should be built by next spring. It's unclear when other projects will get going. Quentin Rayner, BBC East Midlands Today.
Discuss. Our political editor Tony Rowe is here. Tony, last night we heard from MPs who were concerned that the East Midlands might be the junior partner in the Midlands engine. Were those fears in the end unfounded?
I think so, because if you look at the figures, £90 million is quite a lot when you take what each individual area gets. D2N2, Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire, Derby and Nottingham, they get more than any other part of the Midlands as a whole, more than Greater Birmingham, for instance. And the Leicester and Leicestershire partnership, they get more than Stoke and Staffordshire. So if you look at it like that, break it down like that, we've done quite well. And also remember that the chairman of the Midlands Engine is Sir John Peace, He's from Nottingham, so he will have the East Midlands interests at heart.
This funding announcement is for 4 years, but I mean, a lot of these projects, you know, changing infrastructure is going to last a lot longer than that.
Yes, I think they're looking ahead and they've got money to spend on where the project should go, and we're talking about infrastructure, in particular roads and transport. Midland mainline electrification is still on their list. We haven't had confirmation from the government yet that's definitely going ahead, but it's still on their list. Also, many road schemes, not just that £12 million near Junction 23, because the roads do need some work doing to them. There are so many pinch points, they're called. I was out today filming for Sunday Politics in Foston at a haulage company there, and they're saying it causes them so many problems because they never know when the delays are going to happen, and it costs them time and it costs them money.
Yeah. OK, we'll leave it there for now. Tony, thanks very much.
Next, the former Nottingham social worker who uncovered a child migration scandal says torture, rape and slavery were covered up at the highest levels.
Margaret Humphreys has been giving evidence to the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. Our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball reports from the hearing in London.
The smiling faces of British children who were shipped across the empire, but today the National Inquiry heard they were deported and raped. And this was the most catastrophic child abuse legacy in living memory.
Look at the violations that we've heard them talk about to us. Kidnapping, sexual abuse in the UK before they were sent, before they were...